Oh my goodness, did you see this clip right here? I cannot believe it. This is what y'all be talking about when y'all be telling people not to date single mothers. This is the clip right here. Like, this is all I needed to see. I try to tell y'all all of the time, there is a difference between a high-end single mother and a low-energy baby mama, and y'all don't believe me. Like, I've never seen a single mother act like this. This is what y'all been complaining about all of this time. Like, I was like, I don't know no single mother that is any of the things I hear men complaining about all the time, especially not myself. So I couldn't relate. Like, none of the single mothers in the vicinity of me act like this. So I'm surprised to see a single mother act like this. I'm gonna let y'all watch this clip. But first, let me welcome you to my side of the internet. My name is Soncerae Monique. I'm a certified life coach for both men and women. I have a 50-50 audience, so I try to play fair with both genders. I want everyone to unify and produce loving unions. There is no gender war here. I promote positive perspectives and healthy debate, so be careful when you post inside of my comment section. It's okay to disagree, but have emotional intelligence and release toxicity elsewhere, ladies and gents. Straighten up.
Every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
What are you talking about? What are you
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though.
So what you?
So my other kids gonna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't get my food stamps to the seven.
Lisa, what's that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting care for food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
You had
They are his siblings
Lisa,
though.
you had to.
He don't really eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating at McDonald's.
Bring him to the car.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring? So when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are their daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. They're your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How did that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? So you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine.
Yeah, they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me?
Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all then. He can't take that shit. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the f***? I like going to my motherfucking account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings though. Dumb.
So that's you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
They're my so that means
yeah.
I take care of them.
So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat.
I bring them food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other ones. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th.
Your babies.
Okay, but I'm saying we share the same kids as well.
Absolutely. So if you want to, if you feel the way about eating, take him in the room and let him.
I'm not taking my kid in the room.
Or send him down to the car. He ain't even got to eat in front of his brothers and sisters. He can come right out to the car and eat with me.
No. You know what? Fine. Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here. Give it here.
Give
it here. You so stupid. Done. He ain't eating this. You.
Why would you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb.
That he come and see them every day for me. He come and see them every day. My son been alive for 4 years. I'm still waiting for his father to pull up. He come there every day and bring his child some food. Oh, that's what's up. That's the good father right there. This is what single mothers are doing to good fathers. Oh my Lord. Listen, fellas, let me tell you something. There is a difference between a high-end single mother and a low-energy baby mama. You have to learn the difference. You got to stop being so comfortable with being baby daddy number 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm surprised my baby daddy number 2 was comfortable with being number 2. Like, he the one that wanted to be the baby daddy. I was confused. I was like, you don't want to get married, homie? Like, wait, what? We about to have a baby and you want to be a baby daddy? You out here asking me to put you on child support? Like, what the fuck in the world is going on? Like, come on, y'all. Be selective about the women that you choose to have a baby with. There is no reason in the world why this woman should feel comfortable with asking this man to take care of children that don't belong to him. Now, understand the kind gesture of bringing all of the children McDonald's. That's something that grandma and them taught us. You know, when we were younger, when we were growing up, the elderly women who had boyfriends or were mistresses to another man, that man would come over to the house and they would call that man our uncle. Oh, our uncle coming over. You know, you remember the uncle. The uncle, you don't know who he is, where he come from, like, why is he here? He just came out of nowhere and now he your uncle, right? So that's the man that they would ask to bring the food, to take care of all of the children. That's something that a very kind-hearted man does. That's not a requirement.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's, though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
That is not a requirement. Ladies, if you have children, do not require that these men bring food for the other children there. If they bring that food, it's out the kindness of their heart. This is why I tell women to generate their own income. And men get mad at me. Men get mad at me for preaching the quote unquote Miss Independent. Nah, I'm telling these women to go out there and get their bread so they don't have to rely on a man to bring McDonald's to their other 3 kids when he brings McDonald's for his own kid. He has every right to say no to this woman. Every single right. And it was so cruel and so vile for her to take that food from him and then throw it onto the ground. Do you know some of these men can't afford the McDonald's that they come in to bring their kids? Not every man is financially in a good place to bring all your kids McDonald's. That's some bullshit. This is what happens when you decide to be baby daddy number 2, 3, or 4. Like I said, I still to this day can't even believe I got 2 baby daddies. I don't even know how that happened. But I guess, you know what, I guess it matters because my daughter was grown by the time I had like a second one. My son is 4, my daughter 21. So there's got a big age gap. So maybe I can't relate to this woman's experience where she got young kids and she's struggling to pay for them to eat. She on food stamps and he knows she on food stamps. It's weird to me that she relying on the good father to bring all of the kids food. Where the other kids' fathers at? That's another thing, ladies. Why are you having children by men who don't want to be fathers? Like, you got more than one. Like, After one, I was like, you know what? I'm good. Listen, my uterus is closed permanently after that. Abandon me with one child. That's enough of a lesson to learn. That's a big lesson to learn. Legs closed, game over, set down shop. I'm going to have to pass on being another baby mama for another dude. I have condomed, planned bead, abortioned my ass. Listen, I did what I needed to do. And that's why it upsets me that women can't go out here and make that decision on their own, because it's men out there that are going to abandon you with babies, whether you a hot tamale or not, whether you running your vagina across the concrete or not. It's still going to be men out there who decide that they don't want to be fathers anymore. It's women out there who have been married to men, and these men still abandon their children. Husband and father are two different roles. There are women out there who got married, followed the order of operations, married before she carried, and still ended up divorced, taking care of a baby by herself after her divorce was final, because this man done disappeared because he done found another woman to be with. That has happened to a lot of women. Start talking to these divorced women. They'll tell you what's up. Too many women are out here in la la land, going around here having babies after they couldn't afford the first one. That's why I tell y'all to get y'all money together. Instead of chasing men, instead of worrying about being married and having babies, go out there and get your education and your money first. That way, if these men decide to walk away from you, you will be able to take care of your children without them. You will be a strong single mother out here. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Yeah, your knees might buckle. And no, it's not something to be proud of all of the time. No, it's not something that you want to sit here and try to be. Being a single mother is not easy. I do it every day. I be needing a break sometimes. I wish my son's father didn't decide he wanted to be a baby daddy and instead chose to be a husband. Had he did what he promised he was going to do and been the man that I needed for me, and be a better man for himself, he could have been an amazing father and husband and been happy with his life. But did he choose that? No, because you men are out here doing dumb stuff. You're out here wasting your time, out here being baby daddies and jumping a whole bunch of women off, collecting STDs, getting herpes and all types of stuff, cheating on women that love you, breaking hearts, leaving this trail of debris behind you, instead of fixing your life. Fix your life. No dude over 30 should be comfortable with being a baby daddy at this point. No dude over 30. If you in your, listen, even if you in your early 20s, you shouldn't feel comfortable with that. But if you meet a woman who is a single mother, you need to figure out whether she is a high-end single mother or a low-energy baby mama, because only a low-energy baby mama would do something as ratchet as this woman has done. Oh, wait a minute. Let me show you another clip of a woman you should try to avoid.
My husband says he's upset with me because, in his words, sweetie, you need to stop spending so much money on DoorDash. Ordering it 3 times a day is not appropriate, and we need to start living within our means. Honey, it sounds like you have an income problem, not that I have a spending problem. Start earning more money and we won't have these issues. So I took his credit card that we share, and I booked a vacation for my daughter Richard and I. We're staying in a hotel tonight, and I hope he enjoys that I charged $8,000 to his credit card. Make more money, darling.
And that is why I tell women to go out there and make their own money. Like, can you believe that this woman even did this? This is why wealthy men or men who are financially stable need to start caring what women bring to the table. Because when you come to them as a husband and say, listen, you're spending too much of my money that I'm already working my ass off to make, I need you to pump your brakes on spending money. Guess what she gonna do? What this chick did. Don't think for 2 minutes because a chick is agreeing to be a housewife and she just want to sit there and cook and clean and take care of your kids, that it's not going to affect you negatively. I can't stand when men be like, well, I don't care if she educated. I don't care how much money she make. Well, nigga, you should. You should. You need to know where these women stand when it comes to finances, because your spouse is the one who is going to drain you financially. Your spouse is going to be the one that plot your murder for life insurance. If a woman is not financially literate, do not date her. If a woman doesn't have any accomplishments or she want to do something other than lay up under you and spend your money, do not date her. Care about what women bring to the table. Care about how much money she makes. Care about what kind of woman she is going to be to you and what kind of mother she is going to be to your children. And if she teaches your children this selfish spirit, your children will turn out to be worse than her. You don't want this kind of woman with this evil spirit, this selfish spirit in your life. It's not something that you need to be attaching yourself to. So stop it with the I don't care what women bring to the table. Care, and I mean care a whole lot. You don't have to protect yourself from single mothers and that's it. You also have to protect yourself from women who are childless, because women who are childless are way more selfish than single mothers, because they don't know what it's like to sacrifice anything if they have never raised children. I'm talking about if they've never had younger siblings or children that they have had to take care of from time to time. They do not understand what sacrifice is. They are not going to be able to understand it. You are dating a woman and she has children. Watch how she treats her children. Ask her where she is financially. Instead of hopping in bed with her so quickly, ask her where she works at. What does she do? Does she have any side hustles? Does she have her father in her life or her mother in her life? Does she have a good relationship with her parents? What is the relationship like with the fathers of her children? Ask those questions. And you can best believe that if you meet a single mother and she says to you, oh, that nigga ain't shit. Oh, that nigga ain't shit. After you ask her what happened to her baby daddy, she just starts talking negatively about him. During the date, y'all sitting on the date, you ask her about her baby daddy. Listen to how she talks about him. Before I had my son, men could flat out ask me, what was my relationship like with my daughter's father? And y'all have heard me talk about my daughter's father on my channel, and I've always said pleasant things about him all the time, every time, because we've always had a healthy co-parenting relationship. A lot of high-end single mothers have amazing co-parenting relationships. Always ask her what her relationship is like with her child's father. She will tell you the truth, and watch it. Even meet him if you need to. And if you sense any type of drama from either one of them, run. Because they could be sleeping together. They could be sitting here arguing about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Be selective. You can avoid single mothers all day long if you want to. If you think that's the remedy to your problems, knock yourself out. But I'm telling you, these single women gonna get your ass too. Because they may not have kids, but they coming straight for your wallet. So you need to ask them where they get their education, where they get their money from, what they doing with their life, what their credit score looking like. If you can, you need to take a blood test and look at their goddamn tax returns. Figure out who these women are before you lay up with them. Before you decide to take off that condom, get to know her. Because I know a lot of y'all want to do a lot of casual fucking, but I keep trying to tell y'all, the time that you wasting sitting here trying to do all of this casual sex, you could be getting your money together. You could become spiritually grounded. You could be going to the gym, getting the muscles. Half the time when Dusty's come in my comment section, they need a goddamn haircut. They posting videos up, they look like filth. Look like they haven't taken a bath or brushed their teeth and God knows when. Go out there and do something with yourself. Participate in self-care. A lot of y'all too worried about women and who you going to sleep with, but don't even take care of yourself. Get your finances together. Get a job. Get side hustles. Get your own apartment and car. Get all of that stuff together first before you start focusing on women, because the women going to come after that, and then you're going to have to beat them off with a damn stick because you got all this bread. Then every single baddie that you looking at on Instagram gonna want you because you got bread. Then you got a whole nother problem, because you need to figure out which one of these chicks actually genuinely want to be with you. Start requiring more from women than simply what they look like. Does she got that wit? Does she know how to be quiet? Can she cook and clean? That's simple shit. Get to know these women intellectually. Get to know these women spiritually. Get to know these women. mind, body, and soul before you start implanting them. You are giving women your resources. You are giving away your resources to any random woman that spread open her legs, and you got the nerve to think women out their mind. Look at you. Look what you're doing. Your most valuable possession, your resources, your sperm. That's your number one thing of value. That's one of the most valuable things you have as a man. And you giving it away to just any random chick. You want to come on a leg, come on a face, come in the ear, come in the mouth, coming all over, when that's your resource, sir. Be careful. Be careful. Don't give that away to just any random woman. Be careful. And ladies, listening, if you a single mother, please stop expecting men that are the good father to your one child to take care of the other children when you didn't have that same standard with the fathers of those children. You cannot expect this man to do that for you, especially if he's not in a relationship with you. Don't try to steal that man's choice. If he want to take care of his children, let him. But don't expect him to take care of your other children. Your other children are not that man's responsibility. When you get in a relationship with a man and he decides that he wants to take it far with you, he wants to do long term or maybe marry you, that's his responsibility. That's not the responsibility of a man that's just your baby daddy. That is the responsibility of a husband or a man that's going to be there long term. And this is the reason why these men are just Xing out single mothers altogether, because they think we all like that. Now, all of us think that way. I for damn sure don't. I would have never in a million years expected a dude to just take care of all of my other children. These men have done this out of the kindness of their heart. There have been men who have taken me out on dates and just flat out asked me, you want to take something back for your daughter? That's because I'm a nice person and I like dating nice men. That's something that very kind. I mean, I'm talking about real sweet, nice, loving men do. That's not something the average man is going to do, especially if he's not interested in being with you. A man who's interested in being with you, he may offer to buy things. I used to go to Papados all the time. My favorite restaurant was Papados. When a man would take me to Papados, I would ask him, can I buy? When a man would take me to Papados, I would ask him, can I buy? When a man would take me to Papados, I would ask him, can you buy my daughter a piece of cheesecake? It's her favorite. And some of them would say no. Would I get mad? No. I'd be like, oh, cool. Okay, cool. Pull out my own wallet, buy it myself with my own debit card. But did I require it from them? No. So you have to understand something. All of these kind things that men are just doing just to be nice to you, that's not a requirement, especially if they're not in a relationship with you. Don't expect that from these men. Y'all are expecting weird shit, and y'all can't even give these men half of what they asking for. If you expecting a man to date you while you got 3 kids already, I'm gonna need for you to understand something. It is a hell of a responsibility for a man to go from taking care of 0 kids to 3, and then to turn around and have one with you and go 4. 0 to 4 real quick, sis. You got 4 kids yourself. Hell, if you got 1 kid, you already know how expensive 1 kid is. And you expecting a man who doesn't have kids at all to come into your life and take care of all 4 of them? Come on, y'all. Y'all are women, y'all tripping. Is this what men been complaining about all this time? My damn. Fellas, learn the difference between a high-end single mother and a low-energy baby mama. Listen to me when I'm telling you, because average single mothers, I'm assuming, do what this chick did. But a high-end single mother with some damn sense is not going to require that from you. I promise.